Dr. Nick Hassan, Mr. Dennis Michael, as well as our dealer partners from Ducati Kuala Lumpur, Mr. Hari Jasadi, Ducati Penang, Mr. Kyo Hok Sing, Ducati Sungai Buloh, Mr. Moyo Kwang, and Ducati Johor Bahru, Mr. Azaduddin Azman. Gentlemen, if we could have you on stage for the unveiling of the 6 new models joining the stellar lineup of Ducati bikes in Malaysia. Right, gentlemen, are you ready? All right, let's do this together. Ducatistas, are you ready? All right. Gentlemen on stage, are you ready? 6 new models to join the Ducati family in Malaysia on the count of 3. Let's do the countdown together in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, everyone squeeze in closer together, but try not to block your bikes, okay? There we go. Okay, big smiles, big smiles. Alright, tummies in, chest out. Long-awaited Ducati 2022 Malaysia Premier. And here we have it, our 6 stunning new models. Alright, now for the second photo opportunity, perhaps just the 4 gentlemen in the middle. Thank you to our dealer partners for joining us. Thank you. Gentlemen, if we could invite you off stage and enjoy the rest of the show. Not just the 4 of you gentlemen, but the photographers over there. Marco, I see this connection. There's this Ducati passion that we have. Gentlemen, there we go. Alright, are we ready? Okay. Last shot, please. Oh, you want a thumbs up shot? Thank you. Alright, thank you very much once again, His Excellency. Thank you for joining us here. Thank you, Marco. Thank you, Dr. Nick. Thank you, Dennis. Family here in Malaysia, and allow me just a few moments to share with you some of the highlights of the 6 new models that we see over here. Okay, I promise I'll try not to take too long. We should be able to wrap before midnight, so let's get right to it. Let's start with a tribute model, ladies and gentlemen, right over here, deserving of a Ducati legend. Have any of you heard of this guy called Troy Bayliss? Anyone knows who is Troy Bayliss? Yes? He's a legend? That's right. 52 wins, 94 podiums, 3 World Superbike Championship. He is the only Ducati rider to win 3 championships on 3 different bikes. The 996R, the 999, and the 1098R. He is until today the only rider to have won a World Superbike Championship and a MotoGP race in one season, a feat that he achieved in 2006. So to celebrate this legendary hero of Ducati, this bike was created in his honor. He won the first championship 20 years ago, I believe in 2001. Hence the name of this bike, Panigale V2 Bayliss, first championship 20th anniversary. The longest name by far for a bike that I've ever had the pleasure to announce. So for the ease of communication and to wrap this up before midnight, let's just call it the Bayliss Special Edition, okay? So the first thing that captures your eyes, obviously, it comes in Ducati red. You've got the green and the white to pay tribute to the Italian flag. It's got his race number, number 21, at the front and the side fairing. You also have the Shell logo that is a strong link to his actual race bike. You can see that this is his actual race bike. It has many inspiration from the 996R. This is what you're looking at. On top of that, this is also a numbered production. So you can see the series production number as well as the name of the bike that is lasered on to the triple aluminum clamp right over here. You can't see it on the picture, but later when you come on stage, you can see the bike number. This is bike number 1204. So each of this bike is unique. Even the seats is unique to this bike. It's made from two different technical materials that is joined together. You've got a double red stitching that gives it a sporty look. You've got number 21, his race number, as well as the green and red band in case you forget that Ducati is an Italian brand. And you can tell that Ducati is proud to be Italian because Italians are well known for style, fashion, luxury, sophistication. I'm sure His Excellency will agree with me. Now, comparing this with the standard Panigale V2, this comes fully decked with full Öhlins components, so giving you better performance on track, and it also looks so much more sportier. And comparing with the standard Panigale V2, is also 3 kilos lighter. So it's faster, it's easy to maneuver, and this is just a lowdown of the chassis as well. Why is it lighter? Well, the smart use of lithium-ion battery as well as a single seat configuration, although you can opt for the double seats, the passenger seat and the food pack if you want as part of the option. Okay, and on top of that, it's also powered by the most powerful Ducati twin ever, the 955cc Super Quattro engine that you find on the Streetfighter V2. But we'll get to that very shortly. Because right over here, ladies and gentlemen, tell me what do you think about this? You like this? You like what you see? Or are we just staring in amazement because we're just so blown away by its beauty? This is by far the meanest, most beautiful, most powerful, fastest super bike in the market out there. This is the sports naked bike, the flagship model, top of the range for the Streetfighter family. A family you want to be a part of. Ladies and gentlemen, announcing the Streetfighter V4 SP. SP stands for Sport Production. So it doesn't only look mean, it has the performance to back it up. Now, what attracts you firstly is the color, right? This is inspired by the winter test livery of the bikes that was used during the MotoGP as well as the World SBK pre-season testing. So you find the matte black fairings up front, you've got matte carbon mud guard, the rims, the biplane wings that just contrast perfectly with these red accents and the brushed aluminium fuel tank. It looks absolutely stunning. It's also a numbered production, so you can see the series production number on the handlebar. This is number 705. So each of these is also unique. You also have a very powerful engine, the beating heart, 1103cc Desmo CDC Stradale engine, 208 horsepower, 196 kilograms of weight. This is the best power to weight ratio money can buy for any sport naked in the market, period. This is the fastest, the baddest, the epitome of all sport naked bike. It also comes with the same suspension as the Panigale V4 S, full all-in suspension, track ready, track focus. It also comes with a dry clutch, so it's better performance on track, and it makes that characteristic sound that all Ducati stars love. You know that dry clutch sound? You know that, right? Ducati stars, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. It was described to me as a dry ringing sound that only a Ducati can produce. No other bikes in the world can produce this same sound that you get from a Ducati and a dry clutch. Also, I believe this is the only sport naked that has adjustable foot packs. So you get optimal riding position as well as ground clearance. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is the epitome, the top of the range when it comes to the Streetfighter family. This is the most exciting sport naked to ever roll off the production line in Borgo Panigale. Now, it is a very exciting time for Streetfighter because in addition to the V4 SP that we've just heard, we're also proud to introduce to you the Streetfighter V2. Now, you can say that this is a more practical, accessible, easier to ride a day-to-day Streetfighter compared to its bigger sibling, the Streetfighter V4. This is the V4 SP. So we're looking at two ends of the spectrum over here. This is the most high-spec, most advanced, the top of the range Streetfighter, and this is the most practical, accessible model to the Streetfighter family. But don't get me wrong, it has the power to give you a feisty performance and maximum fun. After all, it has to maintain its street cred as the bad boy with a fighting attitude. Well, this is it. So, if you put this side by side with the V4, its bigger muscular sibling, you'll be hard pressed to see what's the difference at first glance, because they share many similar traits, strong family DNA, and one of the most, I would say the closest resemblance would be its smile. The Streetfighter family, they share the same smile in the form of a V-shaped LED daytime running lights that is inspired by the famous Joker green. Do you see that up front? That menacing smile of Joker? I can't do it. I look more like a joke than a Joker, but you see it, right? So it's inspired by the Joker's green. And these are air intakes also integrated in the fairings, where it brings in air to cool down the engine as well as the LED components. On top of that, you've got a 4.3-inch TFT display where you can choose your 3 ride modes. You've got sport, road, and wet. But looking at the weather in Malaysia, I'm sure we can benefit from the wet riding mode, right? You also got a full suite of electronics that comes with this bike. You've got the cornering ABS, Ducati traction control, Ducati wheelie control, Ducati quick shift up, down. You got your engine brake control. Because don't forget, Ducati started off as an electronics company. Before I started producing bike, it was an electronics company about 100 years ago. True story. You got to look that up. So, also in terms of ergonomics, you've got new seats with the Streetfighter V2. The seats are now longer, wider, thicker, with more padding, which means more comfortable when you sit down, especially when you're traveling long haul. Foot pegs have also been readjusted for more street-friendly riding positions. So this is a perfect bike for day-to-day riding. It's also powered by the same 955cc Super Quadro engine from a Panigale V2 as well as the Bayliss Special Edition. But the difference is, if you could see the side of the bike, it has a single-sided swing arm, so it's really cool. It looks like it's floating over here because it's only one side where you see the swing arm that is 16 mm longer than the Panigale V2. What does this mean? It's so technical, Julie. It just means that you've got better stability, especially when braking and accelerating. So ladies and gentlemen, this bike over here is the best combination for day-to-day ride, but yet it's got that badass fighting attitude that you so love. Can you have your cake and eat it? Well, in this case, yes, you can. Now, let's move on to another very important model in the pantheon of Ducati bikes. This is the Multistrada V2 S. Now, Multistrada started off in 2017 as Multistrada 950, and then it got an up-spec S model in year 2000, and then for 2022, we see the third iteration of the Multistrada 950, but with a new name. This is the Multistrada V2 S. And doesn't it remind you of an angry, feathered animal that flies? It does, right? It does have a look at me, get out of my way, I'm here. It's got a very commanding look to it that all fans of Multistrada love. What's new with this bike compared to the preceding model? Plenty. You've got new color, new livery, new seats, new tail from the Multistrada V4. You've got new rims, you've got new mirrors. So it's not just a name change, you've got a complete makeover. In terms of ergonomics, your seat is now lower, it's flatter, it's narrower. So what this means is, shorter people than like me, more confident to jump on this bike. So for those who may feel a little bit intimidated to get on a big bike, you'll be happy to know that now the seat is lower by 10 mm. But if you want it even lower by up to 40 mm, yes, we can. Just opt for the lower suspension kit. We bring it down to up to 40 mm. So fun size people like me, more confidence, especially when we can touch the ground. Right? In terms of ergonomics, it's flatter bar, more comfort for a rider as well as the passenger, especially if you're going for long, nice holidays around Malaysia, cuti-cuti Malaysia. Now, it's not just the ergonomics, weight reduction is important. And this bike has dropped 5 kg of weight in comparison to the previous model. Where does this weight loss come from? Well, you've got the new rims, you've got the new mirror from the Multistrada V4, and also you've got the aluminium front disc flange. I know it's very technical. Anyway, it adds to 3 kilograms of weight loss. The other 2 kilos come from a revised version of your 937cc Tesla Strata engine. So it's now smoother, more precise, 2 kg lighter, which means in total 5 kg weight loss, more agile, better maneuverability for day-to-day riding. In terms of electronics, full suite of Ducati rider aids as you would expect in a Ducati bike. You've got 4 riding modes. You've got Sport, Touring, Urban, Enduro, as well as the riding packs to suit your riding style. So ladies and gentlemen, truly, this is one of the most versatile bike out there. Whether you're looking to travel, if you like touring, perhaps with a passenger and side bags, or for a day-to-day commute, this does so perfectly, but with the sportiness and style that comes with every Ducati bike. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to the land of joy. Are you guys still with me?
Yes.
Can I go on? All right, thank you. Final 2 bikes, the land of joy. We see 2 new additions. Let's start with the Urban Motard, right over here. This is for the rebellious ones. This is for those who don't like to condone to rules. This is for those who like to break free, create their own identity. It is called the City Rebel. It's a little bit of rebellion in terms of its looks and a hint of hooligan in it as well. And this is further emphasized with the graffiti-inspired graphics. Do you see it at the side? At the fuel tank? It doesn't even fit in the fuel tank. It overflows outside the fuel tank. And this is what Ducati says as a rebellious outlook of life. You don't like to follow rules. You don't want to color in the box. Remind me of my 4-year-old daughter. You know, you ask her color in the box, no. You want to color elsewhere. So I might get this for her for her 16th birthday. This is for those rebellious one out there who like to create your own rule. You want it fun, you want it sporty, you want it young, you want it agile. This is the bike for you. It's got a beautiful color contrasting star white silk. And this is the Ducati GP19 red. Basically, all you need to know is a very nice contrasting color. You've got your black dual mufflers at the side. Not sure if you can see it from there, but you can see it over here, which you can find in other Scrambler models as well, such as the Desert Sled, as well as the Night Shift. Now, as its name, Motard, is an urban motard. The word motard would suggest it draws many references with the Motard wheels, such as the 17-inch wheels, as opposed to the usual 18-inch or the off-road friendly 19-inch. It also has high mudguard. All of these clear reference to the Motard wheel. Also, it comes with a full suite of electronics, rider aids, cornering ABS, full LED, as well as with the X motif. You see the 2 scramblers, the one at the end and over here, they share these similar traits, the X motif. At the full LED headlights, you also have a USB socket underneath your seat with storage, because God forbid our phone runs out of battery in this digital era, so you've got a USB socket over there. Alright, and now we've made it, ladies and gentlemen, to our final bike for today. I like that we started with a tribute model. We also ended with a tribute model. Now last year, 2021, marks the 50th anniversary of Ducati's first air-cooled twin-cylinder engine that was first seen on the 750 Sport back in 50 years ago. What was that, 1971? So it's back in the 70s. To pay tribute to this milestone and to celebrate this iconic engine, this tribute model was created. It's called the Scrambler 1100 Tribute Pro. So it draws many inspiration from the bikes of the 70s. So if you take a look at this color, you're not going to see this anywhere else, but right here on a Scrambler. This is not just yellow, it's called Giallo Ochra. Everything sounds so much more nicer and sexier in Italian. Giallo Ochra. So this color was particularly vogue in the 70s. You see it used in the Ducati bikes back then, like the original 250 Scrambler and the 750 Sport. Right at the side of this fuel tank, you see this iconic 70s Ducati logo that was designed by the famous Italian designer Giorgetto Giugiaro. I hope I got Italian correct. Is that right? Giorgetto Giugiaro. I love it. So this is the 70s logo that you would see as well back in the 70s, and the same sans serif font spells out the word Scrambler at the top. Later when you come and see, you can take a closer look. So very 70s vibe, very retro. To add to the retro vibe, you also have these round mirrors. You've got this very nice brown leather seats. You've got your black wired spoke wheels as compared to cast aluminium wheels, or very retro and drawing inspiration from the 70s. But although we're celebrating the past, we're still living in the present. So we are also going to celebrate the present and the future. So although it looks very retro, it does come with all the latest electronics and rider aids, coloring, ABS, full LED with the X motif. It also has 3 riding modes for you to choose from. Your USB socket underneath the seat as per the other Scrambler that we saw earlier on. So ladies and gentlemen, accessories as you would expect. I believe to sum it up, I would like to repeat what Dennis Michael said earlier on in his speech. He said it best. There is a Ducati for every type of enthusiast out there. Whether you're looking for a touring bike, adventuring, whether you want speed, a track demon, whether you want a day-to-day commute, there is a Ducati bike for everyone, and there's no better time than right now, especially with the launch of the Ducati Corse Credit, which makes financing even so much more easier. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for listening. I hope to share that passion of Ducati with all of you here today. And one thing left for you to do, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite you to come on stage to have an up-close and personal look of the 6 stunning new bikes to join the Ducati family. Enjoy. And members of the media, oh, one more thing. Do you guys want to know how much it is? Yeah. The price, that's right. Of course. After all that has been said and done, the final question that begs to be asked.
How much?
How much? Well, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The price for the 6 new Ducati bikes in Malaysia. There we go. What do you think? A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. As we've heard, you're not just buying a Ducati. We are aspiring to own one. Am I right, Dennis? And there we go. With all of the great visuals, aesthetics, technology that goes behind this creation, these are attractive prices of what you get, and more than that, more than just getting a beautiful bike and a daily commute, you enter, you join a family, a strong Ducati family, and be a part of the Owners Club. I believe 600 members strong and counting. And with that now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for all of you to come on stage and take a closer look, up close and personal, because this Ducati bike could be yours next. Now, media friends, in about 10 minutes time, we're going to invite all of you to adjourn to Luca for the press conference. And to all of our guests, once you're done admiring and taking photos of the bikes, we'd like to invite you over to Luca, where dinner will be served tonight, 3-course meal, and we'll see you there very shortly, okay? Enjoy.
Well, there you go, folks. Julie has just gone through 6 bikes, giving specs and features on all of them. I don't know how she did it without any cue cards. Julie is just amazing. Definitely not just a pretty face. She is so knowledgeable and she could remember everything. So, Julie, if you're watching this, congrats, you did great. And here you go, folks, the 6 brand new Ducati bikes here in Malaysia, a 6-way launch. And those are the prices, pause to read. That's what PTR stands for, pause to read. Oh, look at that, look at that. Anybody want to guess which is my favorite? Long before I get to it, it's right at the very end. And there she is, right there. That is just absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. That's the one for me, and it's 1100 Tribute Pro, 85,900 ringgit. Fantastic. Really, really gorgeous. So welcome all these 6 bikes from Ducati. What Julie said about this is this face is inspired by the Joker of Batman, I think. The smile of the Joker. I wonder if she meant Heath Ledger or Jack Nicholson, but doesn't matter. Beautiful, beautiful bikes. So yes, sorry about very long video. So you know, you could have paused at which part you wanted, or you could skip. But I wanted to show you the full launch. That's my favorite. It's the Bayliss edition. Lovely, lovely. Since everybody's going on stage, I'm gonna follow Gun. Check that out. The Scrambler, the Multistrada, the Bayliss edition, Panigale V2, Streetfighter V4, Streetfighter V2. And there's my favorite. Hey, Akwang, hello, how are you? Akwang from Welly Cycle in Sungai Buloh. Oh, this is gorgeous. This is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. I've always liked the yellow and black color combinations. Tribito Pro 1100. Beautiful. Look at that. So that's it, folks. A 6-in-1 launch here at Bangasr Shopping Centre. 6 bikes from Ducati. It's been 3 years since they did their last event, and here they are. Quite amazing. Quite amazing. So any questions you have, put it in the comments, and I'll get back to you. Read the description for the links to these different bikes. And thanks for watching. Take care, you all. If you sat through the entire 30-minute presentation, well done. And well done, Ducati Malaysia. Thanks for watching. Oh, I just can't get over this one. I love this bike. I love this bike. Awesome. Take care, y'all. Bye.